It's time for Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports. Warrior Baseball is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Warrior Diamond Club, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm, and attorney Matt Meyer. It's time now for Warrior Baseball on your home for Wausau West Sports. Wausau Area Sports.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports. I am Chad Holmes. We are from Wisconsin Rapids here today as the Wausau West Warriors are taking on the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. This is a doubleheader. Game one is the makeup of a postponed game on April the 13th. Wausau West is 1-7 overall, 0-3 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. The Warriors earned their first victory of the season on Friday in the first game of a doubleheader at Eau Claire North. Wausau West won 3-1 behind an outstanding start by Keegan Cruzan. Cruzan carried a no-hitter into the seventh inning and finished with 6 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 14 strikeouts, and 3 walks. After a slow start at the plate, Miles Wallvogel has now hit safely in his last 4 games. He is 6 out of 10 in those games. He has lifted his average more than 200 points. Joel Gravine also has a 3-game hitting streak for Wausau West, 4 for 9 during those 3 games with 3 RBI. Wisconsin Rapids is 3-7 overall, 1-3 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Rapids lost a pair of one-run road games in the Wisconsin Valley Conference last week, falling 7-6 in 8 innings at DC Everest on Tuesday and 4-3 at Stevens Point on Thursday. Rapids has lost 4 games in a row overall. Coming up next, we will hear the pregame comments of the head coach of the Wausau West Warriors. We'll talk to John Albee. Then we'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch of the opener. Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball continues on Wausau Area Sports, as today it is a Wisconsin Valley Conference doubleheader, Warriors and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. From Wisconsin Rapids, I am Chad Holmes, joined by head coach John Albee. And coach, on Friday, I was over at West doing softball, and I had the game changer up, and I'm following along in game one of your doubleheader, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is the day you're going to have a no-hitter. Because I'm watching Keegan Cruzan is going right through it, and he's mowing them down, left and right, but ultimately gave up one hit in 6 1/3 innings. What was the difference? Because the first 2 outings for Keegan, he was wild. It was a couple of tough matchups. Was there an adjustment or anything in particular that allowed him to be? I mean, that's one of the best pitching performances I think we've seen in quite a long time.
Yeah, I can't say for sure, what he specifically changed adjusting-wise, but he mentally came in the game with the mindset that he had needed to do the job, and I think that was a big starting point. Is like he knew this was important for the team and for him to have some success, and he was able to perform on the mound just like we needed him to, and to his level, which is pretty darn good.
And I have to imagine that after all of that, you get to the 7th inning. It wasn't easy. You guys had to, go through a couple of sweaty palm moments, but in the end, able to get that 3-1 win, get that first win. I imagine that was so vitally important to get that positive reinforcement and see what these guys are more than capable of doing.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we knew going into this season we had a very talented group. We had high expectations from game one, and we kind of were taken by surprise by the way the season started. We just there's no way we thought this was going to happen. And so regardless of that, we have to approach each game one at a time and come in and do the job. And Friday at Eau Claire, we finally played to our level and did what we're capable of doing. So that's what we need to see, and we need to kind of keep going in that direction.
Second game, 7-0 early. You're down. I mean, that could have been a day or nights that you get the bus rolling. Turn on the bus. Yep. In fact, I was watching it, and the guy was saying, "Yeah, let's finish it off." But you guys kept coming back and gave yourselves a chance to win the game. I thought on a long Friday, that showed something as well.
Yeah, I thought that second game, Keegan, the first game, Keegan, he was in control of that, and we helped him off on offense and defense to get through that. So he did a lot of the work in that first one. The second game, I felt was more of a team, fighting to battle to get back in it. And Carson came out and didn't have his stuff, but Ben came in and he threw a great game, kept us in it. And then our bats started going, and we took advantage of some of their mistakes, and we were right back in the game. So played well the second game. I was really happy with that performance, even though we ended up with a loss.
That was the first varsity effort for Ben Bushitsky. You said it. He came out. The first batter was a tough one, but after that, he just mowed him down, kept your team in it, gave you a chance. What was that a surprise? Is that something you've been seeing with the JV with Ben?
Well, we've been seeing some of it with the JV, and with the number of games we had last week, we had said we probably would bring him along. Weren't sure how or when we would use him exactly, but that was the opportunity that he got, and he took advantage of it and did what he needed to do.
Also batting, and I was going through some of the numbers, and I know early on it was ugly looking at all the numbers. The last 4 games, I see that Miles Walvo has a 4-game hitting streak. He's lifted his average more than 200 points in those 4 games. Joe Gravine has been hitting the ball well. Some other guys, do you have that sense that the hitting is starting to spread a little bit as well?
Yeah, we're starting to get the ball on the barrel a lot better. Even if we're not getting the hits, we're hitting the ball better overall as a group. And then it comes down to kind of situational hitting and getting the right hit at the right time with runners on and moving guys around. So things are starting to go the right direction. And it doesn't take a lot early in the season for a batting average to jump. So that's a good thing because it gives them a little confidence. And, hitting's contagious. Once somebody gets going, if we can, keep it going with the whole team, that'd be a great thing.
Still 12 games to go in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. You got 3 big ones against Wisconsin Rapids here this week, 2 right here tonight. It's a chance to continue the momentum, isn't it, having a doubleheader after a doubleheader?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of opportunities in the conference to come right back in it. We didn't start out the way we wanted, but there's plenty of opportunity to jump back to the middle and top. We just got to do our job.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Head coach of the Warriors, John Albee, will come back, have the starting lineups and the first pitch. Doubleheader action, Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids on Wausau Area Sports.
Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. The Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau.
And welcome back. Apologize, we had a little technical issue, but I think we're back to where we need to be. Chad Holmes again here from Wisconsin Rapids, as we are nearly set for the start of this one in the Wisconsin Valley Conference between the West Warriors and the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. For the Wausau West Warriors, leading things off and playing in right field is Cam Blasky. Batting second, the center fielder, Miles Waldvogel. Batting third, playing shortstop, is Joel Gravine. Batting cleanup, the pitcher in game number 1, Ty Teske. Batting in the number 5 position, designated hitter Marshall Helke. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Keegan Cruzan. Rowan Robbins is the catcher, batting 7th. Carson Thurs, the third baseman, hits 8th, and Alex Capitz is in left field, and he will bat 9th. Will Stengel is the second baseman here for the Warriors. He is not in the batting order. He is the flex player here today. So again for Wausau West, Cam Blasky. Miles Waldvogel, Joe Gravine, Ty Teskey, Marshall Helke, Keegan Cruzan, Rowan Robbins, Carson Thurs, and Alex Capitz. John Albee is the head coach of the Wausau West Warriors. We will have the Wisconsin Rapids lineup coming up in just a moment, but first we will listen in to the playing of our national anthem.
And those who are currently serving this great nation home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
And our national anthem here from Wisconsin Rapids. Let's look at the Lincoln High School starting lineup. Starting pitcher today, number 12, leading things off for Rapids, Gage Honeyacre. Batting second is the designated hitter, Ethan Dillingham. Jared Selagowski is the first baseman, hitting third. Matthew Vollert is at first base, hitting third. Hitting fourth. Matthew Vollert is the right fielder, hitting fourth. Cooper Souza is at shortstop, batting fifth. Brett Olds is the third baseman, hitting sixth. Caden Shalinski is the catcher, batting seventh. Francis Cronkite is in left field, batting eighth. And Jack Potter is the second baseman, hitting ninth. So again, for the Warriors here in the top half of inning number one, leading things off will be Cam Blasky, then Miles Waldvogel, and Joe Gravine. Again, the Warriors come in 1-7 overall. They're 0-3 in the WVC, while the Lincoln Red Raiders come in with an overall record of 3 wins and 7 losses. They're 1-3 in the conference. But, boy, there's still so much time left in this conference campaign for Wausau West. Still 12 games remaining. And, again, everybody facing each other 3 different times in the conference season here in 2026. So walking to the batter's box is Cam Blasky to lead things off for Wausau West. He is hitting 182 on the season, 4 hits and 22 at-bats with 4 runs batted in. Left-hander on the hill for Wisconsin Rapids, Honeyacre comes off a strong start last Tuesday against DC Everest. Went 5 innings, allowed just 1 earned run in that game against DCE. First pitch of the game. Fastball is a little bit up for ball 1. Honeyacre, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts in his last effort at Simon Field at DC Everest on Tuesday. Here's the 1-0. Fastball catches the inside corner, evens things up at 1-1. Warriors in the dark blue with the gold numerals. White trim, white pants here today. White jerseys, white pants, red numerals outlined in black for Wisconsin Rapids. 1-1. There's a ground ball past the pitcher, charging is Sousa at short. He'll fire across in time. 6-3 on the putout for the first out of the inning. That will bring up the Wausau West center fielder, Miles Waldvogel. As I said earlier, Miles is in the midst of a 4-game hitting streak. He had a slow start at the plate, but he has hit safely in those last 4 games, 6 out of 10. And he's lifted his average more than 200 points. First pitch is off the inside corner for ball 1. Waldvogel now hitting .269, 7 hits and 26 at-bats, no home runs and 3 runs batted in. 1-0. That's right down the chute, taken for strike one. Outfield playing straight away. In fact, if you see Parker Marzowska right behind second base in center field. Off-speed pitch, trying to hold up on that cut was Miles Waldvogel. Could not do so, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Working quickly is Honeyager. Here's the kick and the pitch. Up and away. Evens it up at 2-2. Outfield for Wisconsin Rapids, Francis Cronkright in left field. Parker Marzowska in center. Matthew Vollert is in right. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is out number 2 for the Warriors in the first inning. That will bring up the Wausau West shortstop, Joe Gravine. Gravine has also been hitting well. He has a 3-game hitting streak. Now hitting .286 on the young season, 8 hits and 28 at-bats, no home runs and 3 runs batted in. There's a fly ball well hit center field. Marzowska going back towards right center, and he'll make the grab, and that will be out number 3 for the Warriors. Wausau West goes down in order in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1/2 inning in the books here from Wisconsin Rapids. It is Wausau West nothing. Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Wausau West Baseball Diamond Club for their support of our broadcast of Warrior Baseball on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Community support through the Diamond Club is crucial for our student athletes. All race funds directly benefit the program. The Diamond Club offers several advertising opportunities for local businesses and organizations to gain visibility while contributing to high school sports. For more information, go to wausauwestbaseball.com and click on Diamond Club. Thanks again to the Wausau West Diamond Club for helping bring Wausau West Warrior Baseball to you on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel.
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Chad Holmes again here from Wisconsin Rapids. Just underway, a big afternoon and evening of high school baseball between Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids. Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate in this scoreless game. Wausau West starting pitcher today is Ty Teske, and the left-hander off to a slow start. Again, he has not pitched as well as we've seen him the last couple of years. 0-3 record in 3 appearances, 8 innings pitched, 12 hits, 19 runs, 14 earned, 12 walks, 7 strikeouts, but pitched better in his last outing in that game against Wausau East last week. Defensively for the Warriors, Alex Capitz in left field, Miles Waldvogel in center. Cam Blasky is starting in right. Carson Thurs is at third base. Joe Gravine at shortstop. Will Stengel, second base. Keegan Cruzan is at first, and the catcher is Rowan Robbins. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Here's the kick and the first pitch from Ty Teske, a chopper first base side. Taken on the second hop by Keegan Cruzan. He'll go to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Ty Teske. Up next will be the designated hitter for Wisconsin Rapids, Ethan Dillingham. Rowan Robbins behind the dish will put down the fingers and set the target. Teske kicks and deals. There's a square round. Pitch is a fastball, a little bit up and out the strike zone for ball 1. These teams will face off twice here today. They will face off again on Thursday at Wausau West High School. Pitch is up and out of the strike zone on a fastball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Very busy week for the Warriors. They got the 2 games today, have the home game against Rapids on Thursday, and then a trip to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood on Friday. Pitch is down low for ball 3. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood is ranked number 7 in the state in this week's Max Preps Baseball State Rankings, Division 3. 3-0 pitch. Fastball, outer portion of the plate for strike 1 called. Three balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing, trying to hold up, but unable to do so is Dillingham. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Warriors last in action on Friday. Split a twin bill in Eau Claire at Carson Park against Eau Claire North. Payoff pitch. On the outside corner for strike 3 called. So battling back from the 3-0 count is Teskey. 2 up and 2 down for Wisconsin Rapids.
Now batting your first baseman, number 19, Jarrett Siligowski.
Jarrett Seligowski, the first baseman and number 3 hitter, stepping in now for Wisconsin Rapids. There's a liner towards center, and that's going to drop in front of Miles Walvogel for a base hit. So the second of the 3 batters so far, swinging at the first pitch for Wisconsin Rapids. First base knock for either side in this game.
Batting 17, Matthew Vollert.
Matthew Vollert will step in next for the Lincoln Red Raiders. Out of the stretch. Teskey sets at the belt, kicks, deals. Fastball right down the chute for strike 1 called. Taking his lead off of first is Seligowski. Holding the runner, Keegan Cruzan. Pickoff move, and back in safely is Seligowski. We've seen it over the last couple of years. Ty Teskey, very good move from the left-hand side. 0-1 pitch. There goes the runner. There's a high pop-up. Foul territory behind home plate, coming over and taking a look. And I had no idea exactly where that ball was, so I was a little nervous there as it went over the backstop, but it ended up just to my left on top of the press box, broadcasting from just outside the press box here today. No balls and 2 strikes. Had half a mind to look up, and then I thought it would be right between my eyes if I did. 0-2. Strike 3 called, and that will do it for Wisconsin Rapids in the top of the first inning. A pair of strikeouts for Teskey for Rapids. No runs on 1 base hit. There were no Wausau West errors and nobody left on base. End of 1. Wausau West nothing. Wisconsin Rapids nothing. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Top half of the second inning, Ty Teskey leading things off for the Warriors in this scoreless game. Lefty on lefty, Honey-Ager kicks and deals. That'll be flared off to the third base side, out of play, strike 1. Ty Teskey has 5 hits and 24 at-bats so far this season, 208 batting average, has a pair of RBI. 0-1 pitch. Just off the inside corner, evens things up at 1-1. Teskey, Marshall Helke, and Keegan Cruzan due up here for West in the top of the second. 1-1. Up and in, goes all the way to the backstop. Diving out of the way on that one was Teskey. and the count goes to 2-1. Wind kicking up. We're expecting winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour during the course of this game. Pitch is a fastball, misses up and away. Count is now 3 balls and a strike. Honeyager fires, and there's a pop-up left field side. Coming over into foul territory, but it will be out of reach of the left fielder, Francis Cronkright, and the count will run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On Friday in the opener, the Warriors defeated Eau Claire North 3-1. In the nightcap, West fell behind 7-0, but came back, but fell by 1, 7-6. Payoff pitch misses up and in, and it's a leadoff walk for Ty Teskey to begin the Wausau West second inning. That will bring up Marshall Helke, the designated hitter here in game number 1. 3 of 19 hitting so far this season for Marshall. 158 batting average. Pitch is a fastball. Outer portion of the plate at the belt for strike 1 called. Runner leads off first. Kick and the pitch. There's a pop, goes into the screen, and that will make it no balls and 2 strikes. Again, that wind is really kicking up right now and it's blowing in. It's going to be a hard one to get out of here today. There's a little roller to the right-hand side, going to his left, scoop that second, bobbled, and now a pick, fire to first in time. Not easy, but Jack Potter able to get Marshall Helke 4-3 on the putout. Advancing to second base on the play is Ty Teskey. And now a runner in scoring position, 1 out for Keegan Cruzan. Keegan Cruzan, the hero of that win against Eau Claire North on Friday. On the pitcher's mound, there's a swing and a foul tip at the plate. He also came on and had an RBI hit as a pinch hitter in the second game, helping the Warriors in that comeback. Leading off second base is Ty Teskey. Gage Honeyager fires. That's right down the chute, and he's up in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Wausau West softball team, winners of 3 games in a row. Today, Wisconsin Valley Conference action at Marshfield. That game starting at 5 o'clock today. Honeyager kicks, deals. Goes through the legs of the catcher, Shalinsky, and going to third on the play will be Ty Teskey. So now the Warriors have that first potential run 90 feet away with 1 out. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Keegan Cruzan. So now with 2 strikes of that runner on third with 1 out, contact is the big goal for Keegan. And there's a ground ball to the right-hand side into right field for a base hit. Coming in to score will be Ty Teskey, and the Warriors get on the board first and take a 1-0 lead. That was a nice job of hitting by Keegan Cruzan. Did not overswing, wanted contact, and got a bonus as he hit it on the ground right between Potter at second and Seligowski at first. So an RBI base knock for Keegan Cruzan. And now Rowan Robbins coming to the plate. Pitch is a fastball that rises up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Right-handed batter. Runner leads off of first. Honeyager kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Challenging Rowan Robbins that time. And the count evens up at 1-1. Working quickly is the lefty. Sets, kicks, and deals. Fastball that drops a little bit low. Now a good hitter's count for Rowan Robbins. 2 balls and 1 strike. Setting the target is Shalinski. And the pitch. That will catch the inside corner. Even things up at 2-2. Again, just underway. 3:30 start because this is the makeup game of that postponement just over 2 weeks ago. 2-2 pitch. There's a high pop-up on the right-hand side. Foul territory. Going back and able to make the grab as he was falling backwards is Seligowski for out number 2. Towering pop-up off the bat of Rowan Robbins.
Now batting third baseman, number 23, Carson Thurs.
And that will leave it up to the Wausau West third baseman, Carson Thurs. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses the outside corner for ball 1. John Albee in the third base coach's box for Wausau West. Dan Gravine on the first base side. 1-0. Right down the chute, pops into the mid of Shalinski, and that's strike 1 called. 1 ball and 1 strike on Carson Thurs. Runner off of first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulling the string that time was Honeyager. And the count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The lefty kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. And that will do it for the Warriors in the top of the second. But Wausau West gets on the board. 1 run, 1 base hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. End of an inning and a half. It is Wausau West 1, Wisconsin Rapids nothing. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Not too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
And Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate in the bottom of the second inning, trailing Wausau West by a score of 1-0. And leading things off is Cooper Sousa. And the first pitch from Ty Teske just misses off the outside corner for ball 1. Cooper Sousa, the number 5 hitter, followed by Brett Olds and then Caden Shalinski for Wisconsin Rapids. And there's a foul ball right back to the screen in front of me. Evens things up at 1-1. Teske struck out 2 batters in the first inning. 1-0 Warriors with the lead. 1-1. Ground ball, third base side, out of the reach of Carson Thurs in the left field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Cooper Sousa for the Lincoln Red Raiders, their second base hit. And that will bring up the third baseman, Brett Olds. In the stretch is Ty Teske. Looks in hard at his catcher, Rowan Robbins. Now sets at the belt. Kicks and deals. Fastball misses low and outside for ball 1. very busy week of play-by-play here on Wausau Area Sports. We'll let you know about the 6 games that we have this week. 1-0. Fall back to the screen. Evens it up at 1-1. Of course, we have the 2 games here today with the Warrior baseball team. We'll be back with the Warriors softball team on Thursday as Wausau West will host Wisconsin Rapids, 4:15 airtime. Wausau West baseball on Friday at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood at 4:45. 1-1. There's a ground ball towards short. Charging hard is Gravine. He'll flip the second for 1. And holding on to it will be Will Stengel. So a fielder's choice and the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Caden Shalinski, the catcher.
Number 5, Caden Shalinski.
And then finally on Saturday, we have 2 more games, 2 more softball games. I'll be heading to De Pere with the Wausau West softball team. Part of an event over there. Warriors will take on De Pere and West De Pere. Games at 10 a.m. and 12 noon. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Paints the outside corner for strike 1 called. Caden Shalinski. Hands up high near the right ear hole. Teskey takes a peek at the runner at first. Here's the kick and the pitch. Right back through the box and almost snagging it and almost getting hit by the line drive was Ty Teskey, but a well-hit ball to center for Shalinski. Second hit of the inning. Runners now on first and second, 1 out for Francis Cronkright.
Number 2, Francis Cronkright.
Trying to respond to that liner was Teskey. Almost got the mid on it. And now the left-handed hitting Cronkright will step in. Slightly open stance, hands up high. Now stepping off is Ty Teskey. 1-0 Wausau West. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Warriors. No runs, 3 base hits, no errors for Lincoln. Pitch drops a little bit low for ball 1. 20 pitches so far thrown by Ty Teskey. One of the nice things about the scoreboard here at Lincoln High School, they have the pitch counts up there as well. Stepping off is Teskey. 100 pitch limit in Wisconsin high school baseball. Runner off of second is Brett Olds. Leading off of first, Caden Shalinski. 1-0 pitch. There's a good one from Ty Teskey. Outer portion at the knees for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, the runners take their leads. Teskey has the sign, has the target. Peeks back at the runner at second, now fires. There's a liner towards left, but Alex Capitz will let it drop in front. I thought for a moment he might come in on that one. It was right towards him, but it just drops in front of the Wausau West left fielder. So a third base hit in the inning. The runners each advance 90 feet. Bases are now loaded with 1 out for second baseman and number 9 hitter Jack Potter. So now Potter, a chance to try to get Lincoln back even or even give the Red Raiders the lead. Ty Teskey to the plate. That's right down the chute for strike 1 called. Corner infielders, Carson Thurs at third, Keegan Cruzan at first, are both pinching in just a bit, playing right in front of the bag. Middle infielders at double play depth. 0-1. Just off the inside corner, maybe a tad low, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1-0 Warriors, bottom of the second inning. Ty Teskey sets. The lefty kicks and fires. Up and out of the strike zone on a fastball. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, this is as far as you want to go if you're Ty Teskey. Don't want to go to 3 balls. There's nowhere to put the batter with the bases loaded. Jack Potter waits. Teskey sets at the belt, kicks, fires. Just a little bit up and out of the zone, and that's ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Top of the order, Gage Honeyager on deck for Wisconsin Rapids. Working quickly. Teskey's 3-1. Paints the outside corner. That is a very good 3-1 pitch. Did not pour it right down the middle. That was right on the corner, and the count runs full, 3-2. Ty works fast. He's ready. Here's the payoff pitch. Up and away, and that's going to force in a run and get Wisconsin Rapids on the board and tie up this game at 1-1. Brett Olds will draw again. Bases remain loaded with one out for the top of the order and Honeyacre. Honeyacre grounded to the first baseman, Keegan Cruzan, his first time up. Ty Teskey's ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball a little bit up and out of the strike zone for ball one. Right on top of home plate is the left-handed hitter. Roll three runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball that time from Teskey. Evens things up at 1-1. So 1 run for the Warriors in the top of this inning. 1 run so far for Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom half of the frame. 1-1 pitch. There's a chopper pulled foul, first base side. And that will take it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, this is a situation, if you're Ty Teskey and the Warriors, you'll love a strikeout. Got himself in a good position. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Honeyacre trying to help his own cause. Of course, the starting pitcher as well for Wisconsin Rapids. 1-2. Good cut that time by Gage Honeyacre. Follows it straight back to the screen. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners off third, second, and first. Again, Robbins will set the target. Here's Teskey's pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Big K that time, third of the game for Ty Teskey. 2 outs. Bases are now loaded for Ethan Dillingham. Dillingham is a dangerous hitter for Wisconsin Rapids. He had a 3-hit game in that 7-6 loss in 8 innings to DC Everest on Tuesday of last week. He struck out looking his first time up. Well, it's early in this game, but still a significant situation. If Teskey can get out of this frame with just 1 run scoring, that would be a big positive for the Warriors. The lefty's ready. Teskey kicks and fires. Fastball up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. One run in, bases juiced for Wisconsin Rapids. There's a fly ball center field. Going slightly to his right is Miles Walvogel. He'll make the call, make the grab, and the Warriors strand 3 runners of Lincoln on the base paths to end the second. For Wisconsin Rapids in the second inning, 1 run, 3 base hits, no Warrior errors, and 3 runners left on base. End of 2. It is Wausau West 1, Wisconsin Rapids 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
On Thursday, the Wausau West High School softball team plays host to Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. See all the exciting action live on Wausau Area Sports, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 and the first pitch at 4:30. Wausau West High School softball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Clover Belt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. It's Wausau West versus Wisconsin Rapids in high school softball. Thursday, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 on your home for Wausau West Warrior softball, Wausau Area Sports.
Chad Holmes again here from Wisconsin Rapids. Break ran a little long, and swinging on the first pitch of this top of the third inning was Alex Kapitz. He grounded to shortstop. Cooper Souza fired on target across to Seligowski. 6-3 on the putout for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 down, and now back to the top of the order, and Cam Blasky for the Warriors. And the first pitch is taken for ball 1. 1-1 game here between West and Rapids in the opener of a twin bill. 1-0 pitch. There's a liner over a leaping Jack Potter into right field for a base hit. Potter tried to time that one, but not able to climb the ladder quite enough, so that's a 1-out single for Cam Blasky. Second base hit for Wausau West, and that will bring up center fielder Miles Waldvogel. Little roller, third base side foul. Leading off of first base is Blasky. Honeyager sets, kicks, fires. Misses a little bit up, evens things up at 1-1. One, followed back, top of the screen, just to my right. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miles Waldvogel 0 for 1 so far today. 4-game hitting streak heading into today's play. 1-2. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Getting away. Safe at second is Blasky. And out at first is Miles Waldvogel on the strikeout for out number 2. And I don't think the throw had to be made because first base was occupied on that swinging strike 3 that was in the dirt. But nevertheless, Warriors will have a runner in scoring position for Joe Gravine. Gravine flew out to center field his first time up. Fastball just off the outside corner for ball 1. 380 feet to center field here in Wisconsin Rapids at this beautiful facility. 325 down the lines. Pitches on the inside corner for a called strike 1. 365 feet to a left center and right center. So a rather spacious outfield here in Rapids. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Gravine waits. Blasky leads off second. Honeyager takes a peek back at the runner. Now will fire it into center field. Heading to third is Blasky, and he will get there standing up. An error will be credited to Gage Honeyager on that attempted pickoff. And now the Warriors have the lead run 90 feet away. So looking for a 2-out RBI hit will be Joe Gravine. Here's the pitch. There's a high pop-up. First base side, and that will be out of play. Taking a look was Seligowski. Honeyager's ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, and that will do it for the Warriors in the third inning. No runs. 1 base hit. There was an error, and 1 runner left on base. End of 2.5. It is Wausau West 2 and Wisconsin Rapids 1. I should say it's Wausau West 1 and Wisconsin Rapids 1. This is Wausau West High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to the Wausau West Baseball Diamond Club for their support of our broadcast of Warrior Baseball on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Community support through the Diamond Club is crucial for our student athletes. All race funds directly benefit the program. The Diamond Club offers several advertising opportunities for local businesses and organizations to gain visibility while contributing to high school sports. For more information, go to wausauwestbaseball.com and click on Diamond Club. Thanks again to the Wausau West Diamond Club for helping bring Wausau West Warrior Baseball to you on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel.
Number 19, Jarrett Seligowski.
Bottom half of inning number 3, 1-1 game, first half of a doubleheader here today. Wisconsin Valley Conference action on Wausau Area Sports. Jared Seligowski leads things off against Ty Teske in the first pitch. A ground ball to shortstop, scooped up there. Nice throw across right on target. Joel Gravine to Keegan Cruzan, 6-3 on the putout for out number 1. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, right fielder Matthew Vollert. Vollert is 0 for 1. Ty Teske rocks, kicks, fires. Fastball drops a little bit low for ball 1. 1-1 game, bottom half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss. Good challenging fastball that time from Ty Teske. Throws it past Vollert. The count is even at 1-1. Rowan Robbins sets the target. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Drops just a shade down low, maybe a little bit inside. And the count now goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball third base side. Nice play made by Thurs. Long throw across right on target. Nice play by Carson Thurs behind the bag at third. 5-3 on the putout for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for the Red Raiders. And that will bring up their shortstop, Cooper Souza. You can hear that wind starting to gust up again. Souza singled his first time up. He is 1 for 1. There's a ground ball towards second base. Will Stengel with the pick. He'll flip it to first in time in a very quick, a very short, and a very efficient bottom of the third inning for Ty Teske. 6, 5, and 4. That's the ground ball. Started with a ground ball to short, then a ground ball to third, and then a ground ball to second. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the third inning. We have played 3 complete here from Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. It is Wausau West 1, Wisconsin Rapids 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
Ty Teske leading things off for the Warriors in the top half of inning number 4. 1-1 game. 1 ball and no strikes. Gage Honeyager to the plate. There's a little roller. First base side, foul ball. Evens it up at 1-1. Really nice complex here in Wisconsin Rapids. As I look to my right, there's a Wisconsin Valley Conference softball game going on between Rapids and Stevens Point. Got JV baseball going on. Fall back to the screen. Strike 2. But a really terrific complex here at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln for high school baseball. And, of course, artificial turf, which makes things much easier after the rains that we saw yesterday. That pitch will bounce into the artificial dirt, even things up at 2-2. Thanks to our sponsors, including the Clover Bell Credit Union. Really appreciative of them helping out at the beginning of this new project. And I'm also doing my business banking with CCU, so check them out. 2-2 pitch. That'll be flared off to the left-hand side out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Lefty on lefty. Honeyager kicks and fires. Another good cut by Ty Teske. He'll fall it back to the screen. Remains 2-2. Teske walked and scored the Wausau West run back in the second inning. There was a foul ball that was off to the left that nobody saw for a moment, so then Teske saw it and stepped out. Again, the 2-2. That will drop down low, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ty Teske, Marshall Helke, and Keegan Cruzan, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the Wausau West order. Check swing, and that will be ball 4. Good eye at the plate. Second walk issued to Ty Teske here today. And that will bring up the Wausau West designated hitter, Marshall Helke. Marshall grounded to second base his first time up. Here's the kick and the pitch. And that is in there for strike 1 called. No balls and 1 strike. Teske takes his lead off of first. Honeyager kicks and deals. Fastball rises up and out of the strike zone, even things up at 1-1. Honeyager to the plate. Swing and a miss. He took a lot off that off-speed pitch. Out front was Marshall Helke, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Honeyager working fast. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Trying to go out just off the edge of the outside corner was Marshall Helke, but could not get a piece of it. And that is the first out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game for Honeyager. And that will bring up Keegan Cruzan, the Wausau West first baseman. Keegan had an RBI single. Nice piece of hitting back in the second. Went the other way to drive in Teske. There's a high pop over the backstop, and in fact, that's going to go all the way to the softball diamond and land in fair territory over there. That's one thing about being here. You got to keep your eyes on a swivel. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good location on that pitch from Gage Honeyager, and the count quickly goes to 0-2. The lefty peeks at the runner, comes to the plate, and there's strike 3 called. Boy, oh boy, he gets that ball. He knows what he wants to do with it. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs, runner on first. Now for Rowan Robbins. 5 strikeouts now for the Wisconsin Rapids lefty. Here's the pitch. That will be up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Rowan Robbins popped up to the first baseman his first time up. Again, the runner leads off first. Here's the kick and the pitch. And there's a swing and a high pop-up. Shortstop side. Cooper Sousa will call for it and make the grab. And that will do it for Wausau West in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits. There were no Wisconsin Rapids errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are halfway through game number 1 of this doubleheader from Wisconsin Rapids. Middle of the 4th inning. It is Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids all even at 1-1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking about Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Bottom half of inning number 4 as Wisconsin Rapids comes to the plate in this 1-1 game. Ty Teske has been outstanding for the Warriors. Gage Honeyager for the Lincoln Red Raiders. So it's been a pitcher's duel up to this point. For Wisconsin Rapids will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Brett Olds, Keaton Shalinski, and Francis Cronkright. If you joined us late, both teams scored in the second. Warriors got a RBI single from Keegan Cruzan to make it 1-0. And then a bases-loaded walk to Jack Potter in the second, forced in a run to make it 1-1.
Leading off for the Red Raiders, third baseman, number 18, Brett Olds.
So Brett Olds will step in now for Lincoln. He hit into a fielder's choice, scored the only Wisconsin Rapids run back in the second. Here comes Ty Teske's pitch, and that will be off the outside corner for ball 1. The lefty works fast as well. 1-0. That one is right in there at the knees. Called strike 1. Boy, it makes it a lot easier for the defenders when these pitchers are just fiery the way they are. They get the ball, they know what they want to do. 1-1. Another good fastball, but just missing. Oof, I thought that looked pretty good from this point of view, but nevertheless, count goes to 2-1. Teske's ready. Pitch is outside, and that's ball 3. Three balls and a strike on Brett Olds. Pitching, swing and a miss. Maybe going a little bit out of the zone was Olds on that one on the inner portion. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ready to go is Ty Teske. Here's the rock, the kick, and the payoff pitch. Just missing for ball 4. Boy, a couple of close pitches in that at-bat, but nevertheless, the leadoff man is on for Wisconsin Rapids. And that will bring up the catcher, Caden Shalinski. Shalinski is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch, square around. He'll bunt it first base side. It will be a foul ball. Smart play by Teske. It's landed about maybe 2.5 feet on the fair side, but just watching it, and then letting the English take it foul was Teske. So trying to play a little small ball here is Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the 4th. No balls and 1 strike. Pickoff move, and diving back in safely is Brett Olds. Again, that wind is really kicking up. And that will be a challenge for all the fielders on those high pop-ups or fly balls. 0-1, another square around. Another bunt and another foul ball. I would think the bunt will be taken off now at no balls and 2 strikes. Wind blowing in here today from Wisconsin Rapids. Temperature in the upper 50s. There's a line drive into right field. Drops in front of the Warrior right fielder Cam Blasky. And runners on first and second now with nobody out for Wisconsin Rapids. That was some good two-strike hitting by Caden Shalinsky. Took it the other way. And now Francis Cronkright, the left fielder, will step in. He'll take a long look down the third base line. Justin Pyan, the head coach for the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Wanting the coach to go through his signs again is Cronkright. Runners off first and second. Another jam here for Ty Teske in the bottom of the fourth of this 1-1 game. Now they're square around. Good bunt this time. Charging at first. Picked up by Cruzan. Just one play. Flips to the bag. Sacrifice is completed. Runners on second and third with one out for Jack Potter.
Second baseman, Potter.
Well, Potter had the RBI walk his first time up. Another situation like we saw in the second where there were bases loaded in one out, where Teske was able to get a strikeout. That would be a ideal result right here for Wausau West as well. And there's a pop-up, short right center field, going back, and it'll drop in there for a base hit. Runner will come in to score, going to third. Here comes the throw, safe at third will be Shalinsky. And it's now 2-1 Wisconsin Rapids. The infield was pinching in, and that turned into a big break for Rapids and Jack Potter. An RBI single. And now runners on the corners and one out for the top of the order, and Gage Honeyacre. That was just a tough break for the Warriors. That in normal positioning, I think it's a much easier play for Will Stengel. And with that wind blowing, he had to get out there as quickly as he could. A little too far for him, a little not far enough for Cam Blasky. Pickoff move and back safely as Potter. So now 2-1 Wisconsin Rapids. Lefty on lefty. Potter has, now a walk and a single. Number 9 hitter's been on twice. Honeyacre will pop it up, third base side. Going over and taking a look, but running out of room was Carson Thurs. And it will be a foul ball. Nothing in one. Runners off the bases at first and third. Teske's pitch. Low and outside. Runners hold. Count goes to 1-1. Setting at the belt is Teske. There goes the runner from first. Hit and run. It's falling it straight back to the screen is Honeyacre. Heading back to first will be Potter in the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the third base coach, Justin Pyan, head coach for the Lincoln Red Raiders, going through his signs. Pick off to first, and back in standing up is Potter. One and 2. Again, a strikeout would be big right now for the Warriors, trailing 2-1. Teske sets. Kicks, deals. There goes the runner. Nope, he held up. He made a move towards second base, but then stopped. I don't think he got a very good jump. That was Potter, and the pitch misses for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The lefty kicks and fires. Chopper at the plate, off the body of the hitter, Gage Honeyacre. And we'll do it again at 2-2. First lead of the game for Wisconsin Rapids coming here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2. Chopper first base side pull foul. So Quite a battle here between the left-handed thrower, Ty Teskey, and the left-handed hitting, Gage Honeyager. Honeyager grounded in the first and then struck out swinging in the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Teskey's pitch. Fastball up and out of the strike zone, and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Teskey's payoff. Goes inside, hits away from the catcher, and coming in to score will be Shalinski. And all the way to third on the play because moving on the pitch was Potter. So it's a ball 4, a wild pitch, a run scores, and now 3-1, Wisconsin Rapids with the lead. Turned into a break for Wisconsin Rapids because he did have the runner going from first, and instead of the walk just putting him on second base, going all the way around to third is Potter. In fact, that pitch was an odd pitch because it did not go in the dirt. It was missed by Robbins. It bounced off the umpire and deflected to the backstop. And now the umpire is, I think, being looked at by the trainer because that one went straight from Teskey off the umpire, deflected to the backstop. But a tough bottom of the 4th inning right now for Wausau West. 2 runs in, 2 runners on base for Rapids. And again, a dangerous hitter, Ethan Dillingham, coming to the plate. Looks like everything is okay with the umpires, and Dillingham will come to the plate. Dillingham is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the first, flew out to center field in the second. Teskey's pitch. The ground ball towards shortstop. Picked there by Gravine. The second for 1. On to first in time for a double play. 6-4-3, and that will get the Warriors out of the inning. Wisconsin Rapids does score twice in the frame. 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. End of 4 innings. It's Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Not too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Heading to the top half of inning number 5 here from Wisconsin Rapids. Warriors coming to the plate, trailing the Lincoln Red Raiders by a score of 3-1. So the Warriors will try to respond after that 2 spot in the bottom of the 4th. Leading things off for Wausau West will be Carson Thurs. First pitch is a little bit up and out of the strike zone for ball one. Thurs, Alex Capitz, and Cam Blasky for Wausau West here in inning number 5. There's a fastball in there for strike one called. Still on the hill for Wisconsin Rapids is Gage Honeyager. He has gone the distance. It's been very solid for Wisconsin Rapids. Swing and a miss. It's ball one and strike two. One ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed hitter, Carson Thurs. He is 0 for 1. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Another good breaking ball from Honeyager. That breaking pitch has been very good for him so far today. 6 strikeouts in the game.
Number 7, Alex.
And that will bring up the left fielder and number 9 hitter Alex Capitz for the Warriors. Capitz grounded to short his first time up. There is a fastball in there for strike one called. Working quickly is Gage Honeyager, and that pitch will be fouled off for strike two. Again, this is a very good lefty for Wisconsin Rapids. He pitched very well, put the Red Raiders in a position to win at DC Everest last Tuesday. 0-2. Fastball just off the outside corner, and that makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right back at it. Here's the kick and the pitch, and that's strike 3 called. This is the 3rd consecutive inning that Honeyager has struck out 2 Warriors. He had 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 3rd as well. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 1st. Back to the top of the order now for Wausau West and Cam Blasky. Cam is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Pitch is up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Again, this is the first of 2 today. We will be taking a short break between games 1 and 2. There will be a separate stream for game 2. So just go back to our Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. There'll be a second one. There's a foul ball labeled as game 2 Wausau West at Wisconsin Rapids for baseball. So again, it will not be staying on the same stream. You'll have to go to the second stream for the second game of this twin bill. 1-1. Pitch is inside. He got another piece of the home plate umpire. He's been getting a few times here. Getting dinged up. And that one misses, and that's ball 3. Honeyager's walked only 2 batters up to this point in the game. The lefty's ready. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Again, took a little bit off that one. Out front was Cam Blasky, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the payoff. Off the outside corner, good look by Blasky, and he reaches base for the second time today. Brings the potential tying run to the plate in the form of Miles Waldvogel.
Center fielder, Waldvogel.
So Miles Waldvogel, 0 for 2. He has struck out twice so far today. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1 called. John Albee going through his signs in the third base coach's box. Pitch is in the artificial dirt, scoots to the backstop, and that will put a runner in scoring position for the Warriors. Stopping at second is Blasky. Good hitter's count now at 2 balls and no strikes for Miles Waldvogel. Actually, it's 1-1. Honey-Ager to the plate. Good cut that time by Wallvogel. Falls it straight back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Honey-Ager peeks back at the runner, Blasky. Now kicks and fires. Drops a little bit low and inside, and that will even things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-run deficit for the Warriors. Runner on second, top of the 5th. 3-1 Wisconsin Rapids. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Fastball on the outer portion of the plate. And for the 3rd time today, Miles Wallvogel goes down on strikes, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base for West in the top of the 5th inning. Heading to the bottom of the 5th, it is Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Thanks to the Wausau West Baseball Diamond Club for their support of our broadcast of Warrior Baseball on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Community support through the Diamond Club is crucial for our student athletes. All race funds directly benefit the program. The Diamond Club offers several advertising opportunities for local businesses and organizations to gain visibility while contributing to high school sports. For more information, go to WausauWestBaseball.com and click on Diamond Club. Thanks again to the Wausau West Diamond Club for helping bring Wausau West Warrior Baseball to you on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for Lincoln. First pitch from Teske is a ground ball, pulled foul on the third base side by Jared Soligowski. Soligowski, Matthew Vollert, and Cooper Souza. Ty Teske has gone the distance here for the Warriors. The lefty rocks, kicks, and deals. There's a flare off to the first base side, out of play. Flies onto the softball diamond, all the way to the fence in deep left field on the softball field. No balls and 2 strikes. Teske's pitch. That will bounce in there for ball 1. Soligowski has singled and grounded out. He is 1 for 2. Rowan Robbins putting down the fingers. He's ready. So is Ty Teske. Fastball just missing. Head up for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty working fast. He's ready. Kicks and deals. That will skip to the backstop, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stevens Point was supposed to face DC Everest today, both in the conclusion of a suspended game and a regularly scheduled game. Ground ball to the right-hand side. Going down, making a nice pick is Will Stengel. Flips to first in time for the out. Boy, nice job by Stengel. 4-3 on the putout for out number 1 in the inning.
Now batting right field, Matthew Vollert.
Matthew Vollert will step in next for Wisconsin Rapids. Vollert is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded to third base. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 68 pitches thrown so far by Ty Teske, so he still has a little bit in the tank. The 100 pitch limit, of course. That will bounce in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The lefty rocks, kicks, fires. That will just miss again for ball 3. Here comes Teske's fire. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Again, Teskey working very quickly. He's ready. Has the target. Here's the rock, the kick, and the pitch. Just off the inside corner. I said ball 3 a moment ago. That was actually ball 2. Now the count goes 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. Off the outside corner, and that's ball 4. So a walk to Vollert will bring up Cooper Souza. Souza singled and grounded out. Right-handed batter, Souza. He has the hands almost hanging over the inside corner. Fastball just misses for ball 1. Again, working quickly as Ty Teskey comes to the plate. Misses the outside corner, and that's ball 2. Control has been a bit of an issue for Ty this season. Has not been able to really, I think, hone in. A few too many walks up to this point, making things more difficult. 2-0. Bounces in there for ball 3. He's a tough pitcher to hit. That's why control is so vitally important. Robbins again will put down the fingers. Runner leads off first. 3-0. And that's in on the outer portion at the knees for a called strike 1. Brett Olds, the third baseman in the on-deck circle for Wisconsin Rapids. 3 balls, 1 strike. Teskey's pitch. Ground ball over the pitcher. Take it at the bag. Take at 1. Then throw to first in time for a double play. Will Stengel was taken right to the bag, and that was an easy twin killing for the Warriors to end the Wisconsin Rapids 5th inning. 4-3 on that ground ball double play. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Wisconsin Rapids in the 5th inning. Heading to the 6th, it is Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
On Friday, the Wausau West High School baseball team travels to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood to take on the 7th-ranked team in the state in Division III. See all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 and the first pitch set for 5 p.m. Wausau West Warrior High School baseball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Clover Belt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Now open in Mosinee. Visit CCU's new branch in the Bayman Professional Building across from the Mosinee Airport. Warrior Baseball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, attorney Matthew Meyer and the Weld Riley Law Firm, and the Wausau West Diamond Club. It's Wausau West at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood in high school baseball. Friday, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 on your home for Wausau West baseball. Wausau Area Sports.
Getting late here for the Warriors. Top of the 6th inning here in game number 1. 3-1 Wisconsin Rapids, and the Warriors have the middle of their order here in the top of the 6th. Joe Gravine will lead things off, then Ty Teskey and Marshall Helke. Gage Honeyager, left-hander, kicks and deals. Fastball, inside corner for strike 1 called. Joe flew out to center field back in the first and struck out in the third, 0 for 2. Catches the outside corner for strike 2 called. Well, Honeyager right now at 80 pitches, so not a lot left. Still got a little bit, so Warriors want to try to get to him here late. There's a roller foul, third base side. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Hands on hips in the third base coach's box is John Albee. Stepping back in is Gravine, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Went up and out of the strike zone on that one. And that is another K for Gage Honeyager. 9 strikeouts for the lefty as Ty Teske comes to the plate. Pitch misses up and in for ball 1. Ty Teske walked in the first, walked in the second and scored the Wausau West first run and the only run, and then he walked again in the fourth. So 2 walks. Misses again, and that's ball 2. So up in the count is Teske, 2 balls and no strikes. There's a fastball that's in there for strike 1 called. Thanks to Ryan and everybody at Rocket Industrial for their support of our broadcast on Wausau Area Sports. Swing and a miss. Again, taking a little bit off. Getting the hitter out front was Gage Honeyacre. And the count evens up at 2-2. Ready to go again is the lefty. 2-2. Fighting that one off and falling it off to the third base side is Teske. We'll do it again at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the pitch. There's a well-hit ball center field. Marzofka goes back a couple of steps, but is able to make the grab. As I said earlier, this wind, which has been kicking up pretty well this afternoon, not helping the hitters. And that, again, was a well-hit ball by Ty Teske, but plenty of room in center, 380 feet, and just a well-hit second out of the frame. That will bring up Marshall Helke, the number 5 hitter and designated hitter for Wausau West. Swing, a foul tip held on to by the catcher, Shalinski, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Fastball. Holding up on the cut is Marshall Helke, and it evens up the count at 1-1. There's a ground ball pulled foul down the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 91 pitches now for Honeyacre. Does not look like he'll complete this game, which is probably a good thing for the Warriors because he's throwing the ball very well. 1-2. Just getting a piece of it. Staying alive is Helke at 1-2. Should Marshall reach base, Keegan Cruzan will be hitting next. 1-2 pitch. A little bit up and in. Count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10 for Gage Honeyacre, and the Warriors go down in order in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for Wausau West in the 6th inning. Heading to the bottom half of inning number 6, it remains Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. On Thursday, the Wausau West High School softball team plays host to Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. See all the exciting action live on Wausau Area Sports, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 and the first pitch at 4:30. Wausau West High School softball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Clover Belt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. It's Wausau West versus Wisconsin Rapids in high school softball. Thursday, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 on your home for Wausau West Warrior Softball, Wausau Area Sports.
Very quick moving game here in game number 1 of this twin bill. Bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1 Wisconsin Rapids. Brett Olds leading things off against Ty Teske in the first pitch. Drops a little bit low and inside for ball 1. Again, we got underway at 3:30. We're not even to 5 o'clock yet. In fact, it's 4:51. So again, this game is just flying right on by. Pitch is up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Olds hit into a fielder's choice, scored in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. Pitch bounces off of home plate to the backstop. 3 balls and no strikes. Teske's ready, rocks, kicks, fires. And that will drop a little bit low, and that's ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Brett Olds in the Wisconsin Rapids 6th. Warriors cannot afford to let Wisconsin Rapids get anything here in the 6th. Keep it a 2-run game for the final AB in the top of the 7th. Rowan Robbins will go out, have a quick word with his pitcher, and then jog back behind home plate. Again, a reminder, our next broadcast, of course, the second game of this doubleheader will be the next broadcast, but we'll have Wausau West softball against Wisconsin Rapids on Thursday, and then Wausau West baseball against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood on the road on Friday. We'll have more on our upcoming broadcast schedule a little bit later on. Squaring around is Shalinski. Here's the pitch. Now he pulls it back, and pitch is taken for a ball. Shalinski is singled and singled. He is 2 for 2, has a run scored as well. 1-0. Pitch misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. So 6 in a row outside the zone for Ty Teske to start off the bottom of the 6th inning. The lefty sets at the belt, kicks and deals. There's a line drive into left field for a base hit. Well hit ball by Shalinski. He is 3 for 3 in this game. Runners on first and second and nobody out for Francis Cronkright. Francis Cronkright had a single in the second, laid down a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. The bottom of the order for Wisconsin Rapids has been really good. In fact, 7th place hitter 3 for 3, 8th place hitter 1 for 1, 9th place hitter 1 for 1. Fastball misses a tad up, and that's ball 1. So this is the 8th plate appearance for a Wisconsin Rapids bottom third of the order batter. And the only out recorded was on a sacrifice bunt. Swing and a miss. Evens it up at 1-1. Slightly open stance from the left-handed batter's box. Francis Cronkright. And the pitch. Just off the outside corner again. There's been a number of pitches that have been very close that Teske, I think, is wanted but has not got. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Just a little bit up, and that's ball 3. So a real tough situation right now for Ty Teske and the Warriors. Runners on first and second, nobody out, and a 3 ball and 1 strike count on Francis Cronkright. And the pitch. There's a pop-up, foul territory, third base side. There's going to be room, and Thurs will make the grab right in front of the fence near the Wisconsin Rapids dugout. Good concentration by Carson Thurs. He did not let the fence affect him. He kept his eye on the ball and was able to make the grab for out number 1. Next up is Jack Potter for the Red Raiders. Pitches a fastball off the outside corner for ball 1. Potter had an RBI walk in the first and then an RBI single in the fourth. Again, the runners take their leads off of second and first. Here's the pitch. Good fastball, outer portion for a called strike 1. Well, the Warriors have turned a pair of ground ball double plays in this game. Would love to see it again. And the pitch. There's a roller. Charging will be Gravine. Flip to second for one. On to first. Not in time. Well, almost got the request. In fact, the last two innings had both ended with ground ball double plays. In the fourth and the fifth for Wisconsin Rapids. This time it is a fielder's choice that will put runners on the corners for the top of the order and Gage Honeyager. So trying to get out of this frame with no damage is Ty Teske. The lefty's ready. Kicks and deals. Bounces in there. Blocking it is Rowan Robbins. Runners will stay at third and first. Gage Honeyager grounded out, struck out, and walked. So he's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Up and in. That's ball 2. 95 pitches now for Ty Teske, coming up on that 100-pitch limit. If you hit 100 in an at-bat, you can finish the AB. (2-0). There's a fly ball. Miles Walvogel comes in. Pat comes off, but he makes the grab for out number 3. So, it wasn't easy, but the Warriors get out of the 6th, not allowing a run. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Last chance for the Warriors heading to the top half of the 7th inning. It is Wausau West trailing Wisconsin Rapids by a score of 3-1. So Warriors need 2 to keep this one alive in the top of the 7th inning. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
There you are. They are?
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
First baseman, Keegan Cruzan.
Well, it's time for the Warriors for the comeback. Down 3-1. Top half of inning number 7. And Keegan Cruzan will lead things off. Here's the first pitch from Honeyager, and that one is in there for strike 1 called. He is now at 95 pitches, but he has been stellar here today for Rapids. Another pitch in there for a called strike 2. His control has been very good here today. He has walked only, I think, 3 hitters, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check on that. Maybe 2. 0-2. Just getting a piece of it is Keegan Cruzan to stay alive. Yeah, 2 walks issued, 10 strikeouts for Gage Honeyager. Keegan Cruzan had an RBI single back in the 2nd and then struck out in the 4th. He is 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 11 for Gage Honeyager. That will bring up the Wausau West catcher, Rowan Robbins. Robbins has popped up to the first baseman and popped up to the shortstop. Fastball, inside corner for strike one. Coming up, pitch number 100 for the lefty. This will be his final batter. Misses up and out of the strike zone, evens it up at 1-1. Working quickly still. Here's the kick and the pitch. Misses just a little bit off the outside corner. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one. Ground ball past the pitcher. Charging is Potter. He'll pick. He'll flip the first in time. 4-3 on the putout for out number 2. So we will get a pitching change at this point for Wisconsin Rapids, as Gage Honeyager will not be able to finish it off, but he will get congratulations from all of his teammates, as Justin Pyan, the head coach, will come out and make the change for Wisconsin Rapids. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Warriors need a rally. 3-1, Wisconsin Rapids. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Matthew Vollard is the new pitcher, as his first pitch is in there for strike one, called to Carson Thurs. Last chance here for Wausau West. Nobody on base, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. 3-1 lead for Wisconsin Rapids. Vollard's 0-1, misses low and outside, evens it up at 1-1. So moving in from right field is Matthew Vollard. Warriors need a base runner, get that potential tying run to the plate. Pitch is a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Ball 2. Should Carson Thurs reach base? Due up next is Alex Capitz for Wausau West. 2-1. Fought off to the first base side, into the screen, and strike 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, we will be taking a little break, getting the lineups for the second game. There will be a separate stream for game number 2. So again, please join us for game 2. Pitch misses up and out of the zone, and the count runs full, 3-2. So again, we will end this stream, and then we'll come back in just a few minutes on our second stream, which is labeled game number 2 on our YouTube channel. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. A fastball, and down looking is Thurs. And that will do it for the Warriors here in the 7th. No runs on no base hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So Wisconsin Rapids takes game 1 of this doubleheader by a score of 3-1. We'll come back, recap this first game coming up next, and get you ready for game number 2 as well in just a few moments. It is Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. Back with our post game coming up next. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
On Friday, the Wausau West High School baseball team travels to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood to take on the 7th-ranked team in the state in Division III. See all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 and the first pitch set for 5 p.m. Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Clover Belt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Now open in Mosinee. Visit CCU's new branch in the Bayman Professional Building across from the Mosinee Airport. Warrior Baseball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, attorney Matthew Meyer and the Weld Riley Law Firm, and the Wausau West Diamond Club. It's Wausau West at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood in high school baseball. Friday, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 on your home for Wausau West Baseball. Wausau Area Sports.
Chad Holmes again from Wisconsin Rapids. Game number 1 of this Wisconsin Valley Conference doubleheader has come to an end as Wisconsin Rapids wins it by a score of 3-1. Just a terrific pitching effort by Gage Honeyacre. Goes 6 2/3 innings for Wisconsin Rapids. Allows just 2 base hits, 1 run, struck out 11, and walked only 2. So again, it was just simply a terrific effort here today for the left-handed starter for Wisconsin Rapids in earning the win. Ty Teske pitched well for the Warriors. He went the distance with 6 innings, allowed just 3 runs. 3 runs on 7 base hits. Did have a few control issues, but was able for the most part to work through it. But it's a tough luck loss in this first game for Ty Teske. For the Warriors, the West team got on the board first in the top of the second inning. A leadoff walk to Ty Teske. Went to second base on a ground ball, and then an RBI single by Keegan Cruzan scored Teske, make it 1-0 Warriors. Then Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom half of the inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. A bases loaded walk to Jack Potter would score Brett Olds to even things up at 1-1. And then Wisconsin Rapids would get the 2 game-winning runs in the 4th inning. A leadoff walk to Brett Olds, a single to Caden Chalinsky, a sacrifice bunt by Francis Cronkright, an RBI little pop-up by Jack Potter that landed in short right field, scored Olds to make it 2-1. And then another run came in to score as well to make it 3-1. And that would be it. Because then, after that, the Warriors were not able to get anything going. In fact, the Warriors did not have a base hit after the 3rd inning. A couple of walks, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and those were the only base runners late in the game for Wausau West. So Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. Warriors will try to get the nightcap. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this first stream and then come back with our second stream in just a few minutes. Again, just go to our Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, and you'll be able to go to the second game. It's labeled game number 2, Wausau West at Wisconsin Rapids. So we'll be back in just a few minutes with game number 2. This is Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
This has been Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports. Warrior Baseball has been brought to you by the Clover Belt Credit Union since 1936. Local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Warrior Diamond Club, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm, and attorney Matt Meyer. And don't forget, for the latest high school sports news, upcoming broadcast schedule, and more, go to WausauAreaSports.com. This has been Warrior Baseball on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports.